Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's career mode. We're on episode number 19. What you're about to see is my words not matching the movement of my lips. Reason being, I had turned my mic off specifically for a Zoom call that I was on and didn't need to speak for and didn't want my mic to be picked up. Forgot to turn it back on. There's some good footage here that will be vastly sped up. Little clips. And I'm just going to talk for about a minute or two, recapping a few things, and then that'll be the footage that you see. What I was talking about at the time did not get picked up on audio. Sorry about that part, by the way. The game audio is still there, at least. This is the Peru-Bay Youth Race. We were here a year ago, and it all went to crap for Galvez, who was our new signing, and it was kind of his one and only Northern Classic opportunity of the year. We actually rode in, and he ended up with a puncture at the worst possible time, ended up minutes behind. I dropped riders back to help him out, did pull back time, and in the end, he gained a lot of time from where he was and moved way up the order. He was about 50th. He ended up finishing like 12th. It was a good result. Certainly felt like it could have been more. Thought he was a contender of sorts for maybe a top 5, certainly a comfortable top 10. In the end, he almost caught the group, but never quite did. He finished about a minute 15 back, which was really good considering he was a couple minutes behind after the puncture. This year, he comes in having leveled up a couple times, comes in with excellent race day condition, and his supporting cast is not good, but it's definitely better than what we had a year ago. And we're not going to have that problem. I know at some point we have one puncture here, but it was to a lesser rider, didn't matter as much. We're going to control the race through big periods, and we're going to push to the end. The one downside, though, is when it's time to turn it up and try to eliminate the competition, we don't. The competition doesn't get eliminated. And as we approach the final kilometers, we're down to a group of 8, and Martin Guerrero gives what he has and comes down to the end, and Galvez is in perfect shape. But the other 6 guys are all still there. And by time we get to that final stretch and I attack with Galvez, trying to leave the group behind, well, we're able to leave 6 back, but we've got 2 left. And Galvez and Bloom are left to ride to the finish, and Bloom just rides our wheel. Galvez, the favorite, has to do the work. We set up, we have a whole group, and I don't know if we're going to recover any red bar or not, so as we go through the autodrome, it's kind of up to us to keep tempo and keep the 6 at bay and probably sacrifice the win. Bloom's going to attack first with 1.1k to go. We're going to have to respond even though we don't have the red bar, so the acceleration isn't there, so we're on Bloom's wheel. But he can't go the distance. He fades, and we're going to nip him to the line. Barely. Claiming victory. Excellent victory. Meanwhile, we grab 8th with Martin Guerrero as well. What a result. We get the win. Of course, it's meaningless because it's a youth race. No points accumulated or anything like that, but it was just a chance to see the progress of Galvez, and it's there. We got the win. Let's move forward. It's June already. We're at the Croatian National Championship individual time trial. There's only 3 riders here, and I have 2 of them. However, I'm on the back foot. The favorite is the other guy, and by a decent margin. We'll see what the race day condition looks like with some positives. Maybe we can compete, and maybe if we handle things just right, we can overtake him. But we're definitely going to be on the back foot for this one, so we'll see how it goes. I'm assuming they're going to be wearing the number 1 as Morenzi. Both guys are supposed to have a +1. Both of them. So Morenzi draws a -3. That turns his 56-58 time trialing into, well, this sort of distance. We're looking at full-blown time trial only. So 56 rating and a minus on the stamina. We'll see. Let's see. At this kind of distance, I want to say maybe a 79 would be doable. Okay, now we focus on Arnautovic, who has pluses and minuses, so I think he's ended up with a -1 of some kind as well. He has. So he draws a -2, so the net for these 2 guys is a -5. That is a terrible, terrible draw, by the way. And so far, Morenzi on the 79 looks pretty good. We'll try an 80 here for Arnautovic. It's going to make life really tough. Arnautovic is also a 56. Rumatch, a 66. It was going to take a positive to beat Rumatch. I don't think we're going to be able to do it with this type of race day condition, but we'll give it a shot. We'll try. Okay, so Morenzi heading out. That 79 seems to be pretty well balanced here, but Arnautovic is doing a little better. 11:26, first time check. Arnautovic is 3 seconds better, and they're already 21 seconds behind. So, management at the end, if we're in striking distance, maybe, just maybe, we can pull this off. Banners are all over the place on this one, but the effort management is looking pretty good. Pretty good. We'll see if that can give us a shot in the end. Morenzi on his 79. I think he might need to back off slightly. Arnautovic looking a little too hard now. He's gone a little too deep. Second time check, they're down by a minute. Unless this guy totally tanks at the end and really, really drops the speed. I mean, look at us. He's catching Arnautovic. So they're a minute down. 600 meters. Morenzi attacking. Arnautovic attacking.
Wow, he's just moved ahead
23 seconds better, but yeah, minute and a half down. The race day condition, that was the difference, right? If they would have had a net 0 with one of them on a -2 and one of them +4, +4 could have competed with Rumatch, but there wasn't enough there. Arnautovic, 24 seconds better than Morenzi, but we made the most of what they were capable of, which just wasn't enough, so we get second and third. Both guys podium at their national championships. Good for them. Eritrea, individual time trial. Here we go again. 4 riders here. I've got 2 of them. Guaranteed a podium. And this group, little closer together. The best rider's a 63. I have a 63, but significantly less resistance. It's not Moulebron, it's Debussy. Debussy's brother is here. He's the least favorite, so we're in the middle. Second and third best. We'll see how it goes. We're looking at 25.7, so roughly same distance as what we had, which means a 79 can probably get you there. So Moulebron takes off out of the box. See how he does. You've got Debussy the senior. He's only a 57 time trialist. Moulebron is a 59. You can see how he's slightly favored. And then here is Debussy the junior, Jakob. Jakob sets off. Get out of the box, hard and fast. There you go, into the saddle. 63, but he's got a +1 a day, so a 64. Resistance, though, is just a 65 with a +1, so 66. That's what we got to watch out there for. And Gabretzgabir is the favorite. He's only a 63 time trialist, but he's got 72 resistance. So he's +7 over Debussy in terms of that energy. That's going to make him be able to push a little harder. They've got the same base speed, but you can expect that Gabretzgabir can push a little harder, go a little deeper. We'll see what the race day condition is. Debussy is a 0. Moulebron, yeah, that 79 is just about hanging in there, but we've got 2 climbs to go. I think we're going to have to back off slightly in terms of climbing, both of them. Gabretz, man, I could say it just fine a few times. Gabretzgabir, decent climber. Another advantage with 2 hills to navigate. Go 78, I think. Okay, Moulebron coming up on that first time check. This is a significant climb. This is a lot more than it looked like on the profile, but that's going to really set the times apart. 21:54 is the time to beat. Jakob into the lead so far. The brother behind, but Kabir has the advantage as expected. But what about the finish? What about the finish? Molebron in third. Over the top, slightly downhill for a little bit. That's going to allow him to recover some. But can he finish this thing off to the line? Attack. Okay, he had enough to get to the line. Let's see what the finishing times are. 99 for Database, attacking. Second best.
Attention, it's a new
Second
best
best.
time.
The brother, the senior brother, Mekseb, does finish last. We beat him out by 2 seconds. Molebron does. Jakob gets second best overall, but Kabir, the climbing, really setting it apart. Looks like we could have pushed a little bit harder with Jakob. Molebron just making it to the line, so we did time that well. But Jakob could have pushed that 79 for a little bit longer through the climb there. Again, double podium, but still no win. Let's see what we can do with the other national championships. Will there be another to contest, at least for the individuals? We'll see. And a start house for this one. I'm really excited because this one is going to be tight. It's Serbia. It's only 14.5K. If it was long, I think we'd be a comfortable favorite. But because of the distance, we've got a battle on our hands. And we've got what looks like a -1 on the day. We open with the climb. 72 mountain rating. We've got a 69-71 prologue. And this is going to be a little more prologue. So we're looking at about a 70.2 plus a 71 mountain, plus a 69 resistance, so kind of average that all out. We're about a 70 for Kjakovci. Now, ahead of him, Rajovic, weak time trialist, but strong prologuer. That's going to give him a bit of an edge. That's a 69 there, but only a 62 mountain, 67 resistance. This guy, Kabashi, yeah, don't worry about him. So, Kjakovci has a challenge. He definitely has a challenge, and I think we have to take advantage of this hill climb. Kjakovci, we're going to push a bit harder here. Now 82. Shorter distance, that makes sense. We should be pushing harder. I've come out a bit weak for Kjakovci, so hopefully he does enough on this one. He's a good climber. Into the gravel. I think we really need to try to push the rest of the way.
He's got the best intermediate
Best
time. He
time,
must hang
but
on
probably
now.
only just 3 seconds ahead. Minute 25 to the other guy, but we're gonna have to really push to the finish to try to hold off the other competitor. Save that red bar now. Red bar, red bar, red bar.
That's the best time.
Only 17 seconds. You know, that was not managed as well as that could have been. I think that was difficult. That was difficult, but we did it. We did it. We got the win. I needed to come out stronger. Shorter distance, higher effort. Got to get used to that here this year. I like the new system, the new model, but it's definitely requires a lot more of this. And I know I've got it. It's there. It's there. I got to utilize it. Still getting used to the time trialing, the new system. But I like it. I like it. And we got the win. Could have been a better time, though. Here's the rest of the wins in the time trial. We're going to get to the road races at our next episode. Roberto Roman beating his teammate DeLuna, who's in the final year of his contract. DeLuna, the only expiring contract we have. DeLuna winning the previous versions, but Roman participating this time gets the win comfortably. Mugisha gets the win for Ravanda. We had the only 2 competitors in the time trial anyway. Kjakovci we saw get the win. Faitosa wins for Brazil. There were 3 competitors. We had 2 of them, but heavy favorite. It was like 8.5 minutes over the other guy. And then finally, Ravenko. We got others on podiums. We got everybody in top 10. None of the riders finished outside of the top 10 in any nation because there was fewer than 10 riders at every nation because, we're from the small countries. That's enough to give us that 100% sponsor confidence already. So that triggered that for us. Next up, road races. You can see everybody has scored points now at the Continental level. So that's exciting. That's a good thing. Also, at this point in the season, Martin Guerrero is our highest scorer, at least in the Continental rankings. We shouldn't have any World Tour rankings at all because we haven't done any races at that level. So that does give you a good indicator. Super Prestige works slightly differently. But that's kind of the big indicator at this point. So Martin Guerrero, Berlikov, who's the 76 man, and he's definitely coming along. And then Uribe. Galvez also just behind that mark. And then now Kyokovci moving on up. Kevin Rivera's not doing too bad either. But it's nice that even all the way down to Gusenyov, we have some points. DeLuna has picked up some points, but a lot of these guys and those points just came from their national championship races, I believe. Assume, anyway. All right, folks. Well, that is going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.